Well, hi again. It's Tim, your living sky guy from the Paris of the Prairies, beautiful Saskatoon. And we're now in the second week of September, coming to the end of that second week, and we're past the Labor Day long weekend and past what I kind of look at sort of the official end of summer, and the calendar's flipping over. We're getting busier with new things and walking away from those warm summer things and getting into those fall and winter activities. But not only are we changing, but also the sky is changing. And when we look up at our night sky, we're looking at that one harbinger of winter and fall nights, looking to the eastern sky for a small little cluster of stars known as the Pleiades. Now, the Pleiades has got several names. They call it the Pleiades, they call it Messier 45, they call it the Seven Sisters, and in Japan, they call it something else. And we'll talk about that in a little while. So what's so special about the Pleiades? Well, this group of 7 stars is a relatively new batch of stars. They're bright blue, very hot stars that are about 100 million years old. So not very old in celestial terms, but incredibly bright and close together in that cluster that's easily seen with the naked eye. But put a pair of binoculars to them and they really pop. Through a pair of 7x50 or 10x50 binoculars, you will see definitely those really bright stars in that sort of mini Big Dipper type formation. It's kind of like, it's reminiscent of the Big Dipper, but not at all. But it has a beauty all of its own, hanging as a jewel, that multi-spiked jewel in that night sky. Put a telescope to it, it doesn't make a whole lot of difference. Binoculars, definitely worth looking at. But if you really want to see something with them, you're going to want to aim a camera at it and take a series of exposures that you can stack together to be able to create much greater detail in that. And the detail that you're going to see when you create that stacked image is seeing blue glowing nebulosity on it. Between us and the stars is this glowing bluish cloud that's been illuminated or backlit by the blue stars. And at one time, astronomers thought this might be emissions coming from the stars, but the more commonly held explanation is this is remnants left over from some other cosmic emission, and we're seeing it backlit by those stars of the Pleiades, similar to looking through a foggy window. Why do we want to look for the Pleiades? But it's also an indication that the short summer nights are soon coming to an end, and the nights are going to get darker and longer as winter approaches. The Pleiades itself is in the northwest corner of the constellation Taurus. Right near the Pleiades, you're going to see a nice little V of stars, which makes the horns of the bull in Taurus. And then rising not long after that, you'll see that beautiful winter constellation Orion as it's rising in the eastern sky. So remember I said it's got multiple names. The Pleiades, the Seven Sisters, or Messier 45. But also in Japan, it's got a different name, and that name is Subaru. So next time you're walking through a parking lot and you see a car from Subaru, take a look at the grille and you'll see a logo in the front of the grille, and that logo shows 6 very bright stars in the form of the Pleiades. In Japan, they count the 6 stars, calling it Subaru. And Subaru named their car company after it and grabbed those stars as their corporate logo. So take a look at that night sky. Take a look at the beauty and the majesty of those stars as they're rising in the eastern sky, telling us that summer is on its way out, and here comes our good friend winter. If you want to continue on this voyage of discovery with me, please click on the subscribe button. And you can also follow my personal exploits on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Just search for Living Sky Guy. Clear skies, everyone.